in Scotland voted no in its referendum, but nationalist groups are still celebrating their efforts. However, a recent application by them to hold a rally in Glasgow has been stonewalled by the city council. It said it rejected the application because a unionist group also wanted to hold a rally in St George's Square at the same time. It decided to reject both applications due to fears over public order. But when asked which other groups specifically planned to rally in the square, the council said only that an individual wanted to hold a Union Flag Day with the aim of celebrating the day people voted to remain in the UK. And the organisers anticipated 3,000 people. However, it claims that the individual who submitted the application cannot be named due to the Data Protection Act. Well, joining me now from Glasgow is Tommy Sheridan. He's a former MSP and one of the founding members of the Hope Over Fear Independence campaign. Good evening, Tommy. This is fair, isn't it? But both groups asked for permission and both were rejected, so that is totally fair enough.
It's hard to imagine you saying that with your tongue so firmly placed in your cheek. We submitted an application on the 13th of May this year to hold an anniversary rally on the 19th of September, almost 1 year to the day since 1.6 million Scots defied the bullying and the lies of Westminster and voted for Scotland's freedom. And we are demanding, of course, another referendum as soon as possible. That application sat on someone's desk for over 8 weeks, and suddenly another application for another use of the square has arisen. But there are no details about this organisation, despite the administration being very, very clear. Before you can apply for use of the square, you can't apply as an individual. You have to be an organisation and you have to prove that you're an organisation. In other words, the unionist Labour Council in Glasgow is trying to prevent the Yes movement from celebrating the success of 1.6 million voting.
So you're saying this is a blatant conspiracy? Is that what you're talking about? A blatant conspiracy here, and you're going to take this to court, aren't you?
We have asked the council for their appeals procedure because, come what may, it's important for all of your viewers to understand that you don't need permission legally for a static demonstration in George Square. It is polite to ask for permission, and if you get permission, you can use their power source. You don't have to bring on your own PA. So we have politely asked for permission. They refused us on April 25th, and over 10,000 people celebrated. They may refuse us again on September 19th, but I'm confident even more people will be in the square to declare loud and proud. 1 year on, we're still yes.
It's a waste of time, isn't it? Because just a year ago, your country voted against going independent.
You know, at the time, in this very building at BBC HQ in Glasgow, I declared that the victory for the Labour Party was a Pyrrhic victory. It was a victory that would lead to their eventual downfall. Can I say that is exactly what has happened, not just to the Labour Party, but to all the unionist parties here in Scotland who sided with the British establishment to try and crush the hopes and the dreams and the aspirations of millions of Scots.
Do you believe that the SNP still represents your point of view? Do you think you're getting support from the SNP over this?
I think the SNP is a very broad political party, one of the biggest political parties across the UK now. They have very many members who will be at our demonstration on September 19th, and the very reason for their existence is independence. Let's be clear about this. We are still on the march to independence. We've had to take a wee detour. We hoped to get it confirmed last year. It never happened. We're looking for 2018 or 2020 at the latest. But I tell you this here tonight, it's not a case of if Scotland becomes independent, it's a case of when Scotland becomes independent.
Tommy Sheridan, live here on RT UK. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.